Hello and welcome back to our Yakuza 4 Remastered playthrough. In our last episode, our Sky Finance officers got raided by a no-name clan. Our client registry was taken. Ana-chan got a rather nasty case of pistol whipping, and Kido got kidnapped. So yeah, we went on a bit of a tear through the underground parts of the city, and we eventually found where they'd taken him, Kido and our registry. Naturally, we had to beat up some people in order to get it back, but we did get it back, and it turns out they were after information about our friend Lily. They didn't say who for, necessarily, though. So, we're going to see Lily because this is her last day to make the 3 million yen in order to earn, quote-unquote, the right to borrow 100 million yen from us. And let's go start doing that now, because it's right across the street. Akiyama says, "Hi, I'm here to give Lily-chan her last training session." The Elise manager says, "Of course, feel free to go to the back room." Naoki says, "You can train your hostesses between her shifts." Well, you can train your hostess between her shifts, sorry. Training allows you to improve the surface stats of the hostesses, so it's important to train consistently. Looks, smarts and charisma, as well as motivation and stress, can be affected by training. All are important factors when taking customer service into account. Some customers may pay more attention to these subtle details as opposed to what outfit she's wearing. After all, it's what's on the inside that counts. However, please be aware that excessive training will make a hostess stressed out. This can be remedied by having a hostess rest during break. Also note that repeating the same training may not be very effective. Hostesses are humans, they get bored too. Use both coordination and training to cultivate an excellent hostess. Remember, we're aiming for the top here. Now, let's give training a try. Oh, we can actually do training this time. Look at that. Training, yes. Let us do... Let's work on her charisma, I presume, using talking tips. Akiyama says, "Right now, I'd like to give you some conversation tips to help you captivate the customers. Sound good?" Lily says, "That sounds great. I could use a little help." Akiyama says, "You're doing very well. Good job out there." Lily says, "Well, that's because you're such a good teacher, Akiyama-san." And her charisma has risen to A. Well done. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we'll go with this, see what they say out there, and off you go, dear. Alright, what are they saying today? I'm fairly sure it won't be the same. Why didn't I shack up with a smooth-talking girl like you? Sigh, my marriage is a wreck. Okay. Well, you're a smooth talker. Akiyama thinks to himself, I think I'm done surveying. Time to head to the back room. I'd rather listen to you than my wife. All she does is drone on and on and on. I mean... Lily-chan has a ton of customers requesting her. Excellent. I'm not going to train you, but I'm going to give you some free time to lower your stress levels. Akiyama says, I think you should spend your downtime doing whatever you like. Relax. Lily says, really? Thank you. So she goes on her phone. Wonderful. Akiyama asks, did you make the most of your time? You seem pretty relaxed now. Lily says, yes, I feel a lot better. And her stress is back to 0. Well done. Her charisma has risen to S. Oof. Right. Let's see how we do this time. Well, you're a smooth talker. Why didn't I shack up with a smooth talking girl like you? Akiyama thinks to himself, I think I'm done surveying. Time to head to the back room. And, right. Let's give you some more free time then, because well, you don't need it. Akiyama says, I think you should spend your downtime doing whatever you like. Relax. Lily says, really? Thank you. Akiyama asks, how was it? Did you get some relaxing in? Lily says, no, I couldn't relax for some reason. Okay, well, we probably should have done some training then. Fine. It didn't overly stress her. Out you go. And they're still talking about smooth talking girls. And complaining about their what? As you do. Keep talking, yeah. Lily-chan has a ton of customers requesting her. Well done. Naoki says, great work today. I'll get in touch with you later. See you next time. Akiyama says, I've taught you everything I know. It's all up to you now. Lily says, okay. That's some face you're pulling, dear. Akiyama says, there's still some time until the club closes. Good luck. Lily says, thank you. Akiyama says, the manager will contact me once he's calculated your sales. You just need to wait until then. Lily says, okay. Akiyama's now out the street again. He thinks to himself, well, I've done all I can do. Guess I'll go wait for the results over at Sky Finance. I guess we will. Oh. Man says, care to contribute to my fundraising efforts? All for the benefit of my empty wallet. Did I mention it's not exactly voluntary? Pay up or I'll kick your ass. Oh, he was coming in for a second. Then he decided, yeah, no. Over here, sir, please. Thank you. Enjoy this wall. Man says, ow, that hurt. Sorry, I got carried away. This is for you. You got an extreme large blow-up doll. What about me says that I might like that? This would be about the size of a human when fully blown up. I wonder what it's for. Yes. I wonder. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, we're eating here, so thank you. Yes, I am. Well, thank you, Mr. Employee. Yes, we'll just see you at a future point. Now to head back to the office. Someone's calling us just as we walk in. The manager says, "Hello, Akiyama-san." Akiyama asks, "So how'd Lily-chan do?" The manager says, "I just finished totaling her receipts. Let's see here. Over the 3 days here, she made 3,760,000 yen. Akiyama says, "Hot damn, that's incredible." The manager says, I know you said she'd only be here 3 days, but the club would really benefit if she decided to keep working here. She has a rare talent for keeping customers happy. Business has been booming ever since she came. Akiyama laughs. That's great to hear. Is Lily-chan there now? I'd like to speak with her if she is. The manager says, certainly. One moment, please. Lily says, hello, Lily speaking. Akiyama says, hey, Lily-chan, I heard you did well. Lily says, yes, and it's all thanks to you, Akiyama-san. Akiyama says, nonsense, it's all you, Lily. Your natural talent and hard work. Lily says, but without your guidance, I'm not sure I would have passed the test. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful. Akiyama says, happy to help. Now about that money, I have it ready if you have time to meet. Lily says, sure, where should I go? Akiyama says, how's the roof of the Millennium Tower sound? We can meet there. Lily says, okay, I'll be waiting. Akiyama says, great, till then. Head to the Millennium Tower. Ooh. Akiyama says, I better hurry to himself. I better hurry to the top of the Millennium Tower. Lily-chan will be waiting for me. And we naturally have the nondescript aluminium briefcase that just screams, I am transporting a large load of money and I want it to be stolen from me. But anyway, guess we just go up the front stairs and waltz on in. Akiyama thinks to himself, I'm supposed to meet Lily-chan on the roof. I can take one of the lifts inside to the top. Well, yes, that's what I would have been doing if you just let me keep going, but anyway. Morning, Constable. Head up to the rooftop of the Millennium Tower. Yes.
来たね、時間通り。君なら約束を果たしてくれると思っていたよ。
秋山さん。
Akiyama says, well, here's your loan, 100 million yen, as we agreed. Lily says, thank you so much, which is what arigato means. Anyway, Akiyama says, I wouldn't open that just yet. Lily says, huh? Akiyama asks, what if the wind blew it all away? You'd have a hell of a time trying to get it back. Lily says, oh, right, that would be awful. Akiyama laughs. I'm just teasing you. It's all neatly bundled up. Go ahead, take a look. Lily says, okay. Akiyama says, hard to believe it all fits in there, huh? Lily says, Akiyama says that briefcase contains about a third of what the average college graduate makes his entire life. And his monthly pay is a tiny fraction of that. Strange to think how a man can struggle so much for so little. Lily says it's true, but even that can be enough to change someone's whole life. Akiyama-san, thank you so much. Akiyama says, my pleasure. Lily says, at first I was planning to just take the money and run. Akiyama asks, yeah? Lily says, but you believed in me. You made me feel like it was okay to dream again. It had been so long since I'd felt that way. That's why I'm going to pay back every last yen, no matter how long it takes. Akiyama says, yeah, about that. Lily can't find words. Akiyama says, don't worry about it. Lily says, what? Akiyama says, no interest either, although it's not like Sky Finance charges it anyway. Lily says, I don't understand. Akiyama says, I'm not in this business for the money. Money changes people's lives. I just like to see it happen up close and personal. Lily asks, why did you choose this sort of test for me? Akiyama asks, are you sure you want to know? I don't normally tell folks the reasoning behind the tests I give them. Lily says, I'm sure. Akiyama says, well, this time around it wasn't about seeing how serious or determined you were. Truth be told, I was testing myself. Lily says, I don't understand. Akiyama says, how do I put it? Let's just say I don't consider myself the best judge of character. Lily asks, why's that? Akiyama says, I've been betrayed a lot over the years. It would almost be funny if it weren't so tragic. Lily says, that's awful. Akiyama says, but it's true. The bank I worked at set me up, then cut me loose. The woman I loved walked out on me. It's been one thing after another ever since. Just the other day, a Yakuza I'd been backing straight up killed a guy and disappeared. It got me wondering if I should even bother trusting anyone anymore. Lily says, Akiyama-san. Akiyama says, I guess it's all just part of the job. Still, I'd at least like to think I'm safe with the people I trust. I'm only human, you know. Lily asks, so how did having me work at your club test you? Akiyama says, because I found you alluring. Enough to make 3 million in 3 days. I wanted to see if my hunch was right. Sorry to put you through all this for something so stupid. Lily says, no, it's okay. I feel really lucky to have met you. Akiyama says, maybe, but luck isn't something that just finds you. You have to get out there and put yourself in a position to be lucky. And for what it's worth, I couldn't be happier that you passed the test. Lily says, Akiyama-san.
その代わりと言っちゃなんだけど、一つ教えてほしいことがある。
何ですか？
どうしてリリちゃん、人を殺して回ってるの？金村工業の組長を殺したの君だよね。
違います。
大女優ってバーの店長もそうだろ。どうしてあんなことしてるんだ？あのライター。
ライター？
そう。君が初めてうちの店に来た時に持ってたライター。あれだよ。あのライター、大女優って店のだったでしょ。そのことを聞いたら、君は以前世話になった店だって。
ええ。
あの店ね、女装バーだったんだよ。知ってた？ 店のキャストは全員男だったんだよ。だから君が働いていたというのはおかしい。なら君は一体いつそのライターを手に入れたのか。きっと店長を殺した時だよね。現場で死んでいた男の上着には柴田組の大門がついていた。最初は柴田組の犯行かと思ったけど違ったみたいだね。この前君とデートしてる時に襲ってきた柴田組の連中、あれも俺じゃなくて実は君を狙っていたんだろう。君本当は何者なの？柴田組とはどういう関係なのかな？
秋山さん。あなたはさっきお金を返さなくていいから教えてほしいって言ってましたよね。
ああ、そう言った。
じゃあお金は必ず返します。
なるほどね。だから教えたくないってことか。
すみません。
どこか行くの？
ええ。私にはまだやらなきゃいけないことが残っているから。
そうか。じゃあまたしばらく会えなくなるね。
はい。
わかった。じゃあ全てが終わったら貸した金返しにまた店まで来てくれ。
ええ。
また君に会える日を楽しみに待ってるよ。
Well, there you go. Akiyama answers the phone. Hana-chan, everything okay? Hana says, I'm still waiting for some test results, but everything looks good so far. They'll probably release me soon. Akiyama says, that's great news. I have some good news of my own. I found Kido-chan and got our registry back. Hana says, really? You did? Way to go, Chief. Akiyama says, you take care, alright? I'll talk to you later. Akiyama hangs up and says to himself, okay, I should probably head back to Sky Finance. Well, it seems like Ellie's out of our lives. Oh, another phone call. The Elise manager says, there's a matter that needs discussion, sir. Would you mind coming by the club to talk? Akiyama says, sure, what's wrong? The Elise manager says, well, it's about the club's finances. I'm afraid if I don't ask you for your help, the club may be in danger of going under. Akiyama asks, really? Well, we want to avoid that. Okay, I'll be there soon. The Elise manager says, good, I'll be here. Akiyama says, see you there. And, as luck would have it, it's right across the street. So, shall we go see what's going on there? Elise manager says, "Hello, sir. Thank you for coming all this way." Akiyama says, "Hi. So how's the club doing?" Elise manager says, "Well, as I said on the phone, business isn't very good." Akiyama says, "I see. What's the problem?" Elise manager says, "We just don't have enough girls, sir. There's a lot of competition out there in Kamurocho, and everyone is looking for girls. The other clubs employ scouts to find new girls, and even hire professional trainers for the girls on their payroll. We should do the same if we want to compete. Otherwise, we'll keep losing money." Yeah, we'll take care of this. Akiyama says, "I see. I'll take care of this myself." Elise manager says, "Huh? But you're the owner." Akiyama says, "I don't have a choice. It'll cost too much to hire people to do it. Besides, I can handle it, I think." Elise manager says, "As you say, sir. We'll leave it in your hands then. Let us know if you need our help. Here's a little money to use. I'm afraid we can only spare 100,000 yen right now." Yay, we got 100,000 yen. Akiyama says, "Every little bit helps. I'll get more money once my girls start generating revenue for the club, right?" Elise's manager says, "Of course, sir. The more money your girls make for the club, the more money you'll have available to use. Naoki will assist you again." Naoki says, "It's a pleasure to be working with you again." Akiyama says, "Likewise." Elise manager says, "The first step in finding some promising girls. If you find a girl that you like out on the street, bring her back here. Good luck." Hostess Club Scouting. The game story will not advance while you are recruiting girls for the club. Walk around the streets of Kamurocho until you find a girl you like. Alrighty then. Well, where do you... Wait, shove off. Middle-aged man asks, "Why are you hanging out in a place like this? You're going home right this instant, young lady." Hiyori says, "I'm not a child anymore. I don't have to listen to you or anyone." Hiyori goes on, "I can't believe you went through my cell phone to snoop on me. That is seriously messed up." Middle-aged man says, "I just wanted to make sure you're not mixed up with a bad crowd, that's all." Hiyori says, "And what gives you the right to decide if my friends are good or bad, huh?" Middle-aged man says, "I'm your father. That gives me the right. It's my job to look after you, to protect you." Hiyori says, "Well, I don't need you to protect me anymore. I'm leaving and never coming back." And she runs off. The middle-aged man calls, "Hey, wait!" The middle-aged man says, "Hiyori, well, we probably should see if we can find her. There are, it's definitely not really a place for a young girl to be, just wandering around. Oh, right here." Hiyori says, "Ugh, I flew off the handle and said I'd never come back, but now what? I guess I can go grab my stuff when Dad isn't home, but I can't afford to live alone." Akiyama says, "Hey, you could try working at a hostess club." Hiyori says, "A hostess club?" Akiyama says, "Sure. Look, I saw you fighting with your father earlier. I understand what you're going through." Hiyori says, "Oh, Akiyama says, if you promise to work hard, I could even sort out a place for you to live. Hiyori says, really? Akiyama says, sure. Hiyori says, but I'm not pretty or sexy. I'm hardly the hostess type. Akiyama says, don't worry, I'll take care of everything. Hiyori says, really? Well, I guess it's worth a try, at least for a little while. Thanks. Akiyama says, then it's settled. Come on, let's go to the club. Obviously, we're in the club's back room. Akiyama says, welcome to Elise. We're going to make you into this club's #1 hostess. We said that about Lily as well, but okay. You'll need to come up with a name to use in the club. What would you like your name to be? Akiyama says, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Why don't we come up with something a bit more natural? Okay. I don't know. How about that? Akiyama says, Asuka, huh? That works. You'll use that name at the club from now on. Asuka says, alright, thank you. Akiyama says, first let's get you changed into an outfit that brings out the best of your natural beauty. Don't worry, I guarantee you'll look great. Oh. I mean...
Looking in your eyes, free your mind. Life's a game of give and take. Thinking about you. Listen to the beat of my heart. I just want to be with you. Do you know how much I miss you, babe? I just want to feel for you. Do you know that you make me
I don't like the heels. But I think the colour works better with her than the long halter top, so we'll purchase that. She's motivated. She doesn't look terribly good. She's dumb as a sack of rocks, and she's not overly charismatic. Okay. Akiyama says, not bad. Asuka asks, really? This is a little embarrassing. Akiyama says, it's time to go out on the club floor. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get customers. Asuka says, okay. Naoki asks, have you heard of super service? Akiyama asks. Super service? No, I don't believe I have. Naoki says, yes. When a hostess provides the best possible service to a customer, she shines like a radiant goddess. That's what we call super service. Akiyama says, now that I'd like to see. Achieve super service 5 times. You can trigger super service by using certain combinations of outfits and training while the hostess has a high level of motivation. Use a variety of outfits to try and achieve super service. You'll need to achieve it 5 times. Naoki says, good luck. I think a girl who looks cutesy would be nice. A girl who looks cutesy would be nice. I think I'm done surveying. Time to head back to the back room. Well, if you want cute, we could probably do cute. You're probably not gonna get anyone on your phone, dear, but anyway. Akiyama says to himself, Asuka doesn't seem to have any customers. Right. Time to be cute. Let's try something, shall we? Oh, now we can choose hairstyles. Okay. Chic and mature charm, no. Want classic, accentuating her. Sexy and cute, there's even a hint of mischief. So it's the mini skirt dress that we need now. Hairstyle selection. A default hairstyle, yes. Whoa, hello. A standard perm. That's not a standard perm in Australia. Ponytail, modern and elegant. Short hair. Some may call it boyish, but who cares when it looks this good? Straight and long. A mature style. Let's go with the ponytail. And she wants to be cute, so let's go with that. Your makeup. Yeah. I think we'll go with the glitter eyeshadow this time. For the cute thing. We'll go with eyebrows 4. And match your hair. Eyelashes. Go. Yes, like that. Keep them black. The eyeliner. Eyeliner 4. Shadow. Yes. Eyeshadow on. Color contacts on. Let's go with purple, shall we? Blush on. Glitter blush on. Stick the gloss lippy. Yes, we're confirming those settings. Your accessories. Oh, earrings. Clean, simple, and refreshing. Showy rings, inexpensive, showy. Hearts. So get the earrings that make you feel like the cutest girl in town. Get the hearts. Yeah. Classy. Yeah, let's get you the chain necklace. The large ruby charm provides the perfect accent to any outfit. It still seems uninspired. But anyway, your nails. Gorgeous nails are chic and mature, apparently. Okay, decorated nails are cute and full of life. Cute nails are vividly coloured nails. We're going with the decorated nails, I think. Rings. We still can't really afford any rings. Watches. Well, she's not wearing a suit. We'll put the simple watch on you that we've already bought. Bracelets. Chic. Flashy. Yes, let's buy you the jewel bracelet. And because we're going all in, we will purchase the heart ring for you. And finish. Right, that's going to pretty much blow out our budget, but can't do worse. Yes, we'll confirm the settings. She's super stressed, but she's motivated-ish. Right then. Can I can't train you to be perfect, but how about you take a rest? Akiyama says, I think you should spend your downtime doing whatever you like. Relax. Asuka says, really? Thanks. And grabs her phone. As you do. Akiyama asks, did you make the most of your time? You seem pretty relaxed now. Asuka says, yes, I feel a lot better. So her stress has gone down. That's what we were aiming for. Now let's see how she does this time. What is this, the B squad? Where are all the cute girls? Oh dear. Akiyama says, I think I'm done surveying, it's time to head back to the back. Let's take a look. At least she's not sitting at the bar this time. Oh no, she is. Fine. Asuka doesn't seem to have any customers. Yeah, no kidding. Let's Let's just use her standard being.
Life's a game of give and take. Thinking about you. Listen to the beat of my heart.
After all, you just never know. She's now motivated, so that's a thing. You know, you've got to try some training. Let us try looks 101. Akiyama says, let's work on your presentation. Makeup, hair, posture. All of these things send certain signals to a man. Asuka says, that does sound good. I'll be taking mental notes. So we have a chat. Akiyama says, you're doing very well. Good job. Asuka says, thank you. It's all thanks to your help. Her looks have improved to C, and she's more stressed. Right. Well, that's all we can do. So Asuka, into the club, please. I can't help but smile when I see a cute girl. I think I'm done surveying. Time to head to the back room. At least Asuka isn't sitting lonely at the bar this time. Akiyama says to himself, Asuka seems to be keeping herself occupied. Well, she's no Lily, but fine. Naoki says, Asuka-san's rank went up. I can tell you've both been putting a lot into it. Keep up the excellent work. Great work today. Let's aim for the next milestone. Total sales. Yay! 1,842,000 yen. Asuka's individual sales 19,000 yen. Requested once. Bonus of 3,000 yen. Total 22,000 yen. Profit of 11,000 yen. Remaining balance is 23,000 yen. Could have been worse, I suppose. She's number 24 now. Yay! Can we do that again straight after? Naoki says, hello, Akiyama-san. Ready to get to work? First, take a walk around the floor, and then we can get down to business. Brains over beauty, that's what I always say. She should be drop-dead gorgeous. Okay, so gorgeous and brainy. Alright. Let's see how we do with
Looking in your eyes. Free your mind.
let's try that Holt's neck. Change the makeup.
Thinking about you.
Type 4 back to au natural. Eyelashes like that. Eyeliner. One, I think. Eyeshadow. Yes. Light pink. Turn off the glitter eyeshadow. Turn off the colour contacts. The blush is fine. The glitter blush needs to go off. Lipstick should go to the standard. Accessories. Earrings. I'm going to change to the petite earrings. Necklace, we're going to change the elegant necklace. I will buy the gorgeous nails. Rings. No. Which is fine. We're going to change to the pearl slit. Finish there. See how they take the ponytail. She's very motivated. Okay, we have gorgeous, sort of. Now we're going to train you to be slightly smarter. We hope. Trivia drills. Akiyama says, okay, so today we're going to study a little trivia. No matter what the conversation, it's always important to be smart about what you say. Knowledge is power, right? Asuka says, that does sound good. I'll be taking mental notes. And so we have a bit of a convo. Akiyama says, you're doing very well. Good job. Asuka says, thank you. It's all thanks to your help. So she's now a C-rank smarty. Yay! Well, nothing else for it but to send you out to the club, my dear. Alright, she's not seated at the bar. All I wanted was a smart girl. I'm all about the cutesy girls. I've never talked to such a gorgeous woman before. Akiyama says, think I'm done surveying. Time to head to the back room. I want him cute like an idol. Right. Let's give you some training. But talking. Akiyama says, right now I'd like to give you some conversation tips to help you captivate the customers. Sound good? Asuka says, that does sound good. I'll be taking mental notes. Akiyama says, you're doing very well. Good job. Asuka says, thank you. It's all thanks to your help. Her charisma's gone up to B. Her stress level has gone up slightly. Her motivation remains high.
Looking in your eyes, through your mind. Life's a game of give and take. Thinking about you. Listen to the beat of my heart. I just want to be with you.
Sorry about that. Lovers are around. They're always around. Yes, we're going with that. Changing you back to the miniskirt dress. And altering your accessories. Nails to those. Put your heart ring back on. Your watch is fine. The bracelet will be changed. So what is costing me 9,000 monies? Because we own everything. Oh, apparently we don't. I'm assuming this is...
Looking in your
and
eyes, through your mind. Life's a game of give and take. Thinking about you.
let's see how she does out there amongst the cutesy crowd. Good luck out there, Asuka. Okay, she's not sitting at the bar. Cute girls make me feel loved. I need a refined girl to teach me how to live. I'm such a slob. I think I'm done surveying. Time to head to the back room. All I wanted was a smart girl. Wow, everyone wants something different. I want a girl who's sweet as candy. Okay. Akiyama says, Asuka seems to be keeping herself occupied. Okay. So, we'll give her a rest this time. And we'll stay with her cute outfit. About some free time, Asuka. Akiyama says, I think you should spend your downtime doing whatever you like. Relax. Asuka says, really? Thanks. Akiyama asks, did you make the most of your time? You seem pretty relaxed now. Asuka says, yes, I feel a lot better. So she's really motivated. Her smarts have increased and her stress levels have gone down. Perfect. Let's send you out to the wolves again, my dear. All I wanted was a smart girl. I wanted to drink with a girl who's a little more classy, someone refined. I think I'm done surveying, time to head to the back room. I need a girl who's a certified genius. Is that so much to ask? Apparently it is. Asuka seems to be keeping herself occupied. Okay. Naoki says, Asuka-san's rank went up. I can tell you've both been putting in a lot into it. Keep up the excellent work. Great work today. Let's aim for the next milestone. Total sales were 1,964,000 yen. Asuka's individual sales were 35,000 yen. She was requested 3 times, got a bonus of 9,000 yen. She made a total of 44,000 yen with a profit of 22,000 yen, and our due remaining balance is 28,000 yen. She has moved up to number 20. Lovely. So obviously Cabaret Club Czar will be its own little mini-series. But for now, let's head back to the Sky Finance offices and see what dastardly tragedy awaits us there. Hopefully Hana's back up and working. Up we go. Hana's back. Hana says, "Oh, Chief, welcome back." Akiyama says, "Hey, Hana-chan. Glad to see you doing better. You really shouldn't mess with people like that." Hana says, "Don't worry, boss. It'll never happen again. Not after the self-defense training I've got planned." Akiyama has no words. Hana says, "So what happened with that lady who came in here for the 100 million? Akiyama asks, "What, Lily-chan?" Hana says, "Please tell me you didn't loan her the whole thing at once." Akiyama says, "Actually, I did, just now." Hana gasps, "What?" Akiyama says, "Yeah, funny thing, really. And, don't be mad, but somehow I don't think we'll be seeing that money again." Hana says, what? What's that supposed to mean? Akiyama says, I don't know. Lily-chan told me she'd pay it back, but I get the feeling that's not going to happen. Hana said, and you lent it to her anyway? Akiyama says, pretty much. Hana asked, what's wrong with you? Akiyama asks, what's the big deal? Last I checked, this was my company. I can lend money to who I want when I want. Hana says, Chief. Akiyama says, besides, this is hardly the first time this sort of thing's happened. Why make a fuss about it now? What do you have against Lily-chan? Hana-chan, what's wrong? Hana chucks a hissy fit. That's it? I quit? Akiyama says, huh? Then says to himself, well, that's not good. I need to get after her fast. And she's gone. Can't run much farther, dear. Come on. Don't run, you'll give yourself a heart attack. So we sort of caught her, and Hana's panting. Hana is panting. Akiyama says, so are you going to tell me what's wrong or not? Hana says, I don't get it, Chief. Why are you going out of your way for this Lily-san? Akiyama says, huh? Hana says, I don't care if you're the owner. Lending that much to a total stranger is just plain crazy. Akiyama says, come on, Hana-chan. She passed my test, so I gave her the loan. Same rules I hold everyone to. Hana says, don't lie to me, Chief. I know the real reason you did it. Akiyama asks, what? Hana says, it's because she reminds you of Eri-san. Don't try to deny it. Akiyama says, Hana-chan, please, it's not like that. Just hear me out. Hana says, say what you need to say. Akiyama says, it's true. I was pretty blown away at first. I mean, it's not every day the splitting image. It's not every day the splitting image of your ex comes walking through your office door. Hana says, uh-huh. Akiyama says, and I won't deny that I have feelings for Lily-chan. Pretty face, great personality, and air of mystery. She's got the whole 9 yards. But that's not why I gave her the loan. You know I wouldn't do that. Hana says, still? Akiyama says, you don't believe me, do you? Hana says, no, it's just, I already knew all that, and it doesn't change the fact that I'm mad at you. Akiyama says, come on, Hana-chan. Hana says, don't you Hana-chan me. What are you doing dragging all that baggage around? Eri-san's never coming back. Why can't you accept that? Or did you forget how she left you for another man the minute you got fired? It was never about you, Chief. He was only in it for the money. Akiyama says, leave Eri out of this. Hana says, Chief, Akiyama says, don't. Hearing you talk about her like that only makes it worse. Hana says, but... Akiyama says, you're right, Hana-chan. I've got a great lot of baggage weighing me down. I had honestly thought I could get rid of it all, live free. But I guess there are some things I just can't let go of. Hana says, nothing? Akiyama says, that's just who I am. and I don't think that's ever going to change. Hana says, someone as stubborn as you? Not a chance. Akiyama says, yeah, sorry. Hana says, that doesn't mean I'm just going to magically forgive you. Akiyama says, no, guess not. Do I get credit at least for trying? Hana says, Chief. Akiyama says, Hana says, I'm still quitting. Akiyama says, Hana-chan. Hana said, today made me realize our relationship is a little too codependent. I've been with you 8 years now, ever since your banking days. I've always admired you, Akiyama-san, but I think I need some space. There's a lot I still have to figure out about my future in the industry, about my feelings for you. Akiyama says, but... Hana says, no buts. You've done so much for me over the years, and I know it won't be easy for you being on your own, but you'll be okay, I'm sure of it. Akiyama says, Hana-chan, wait. Hana says, goodbye, Akiyama-san, and walks off. Into the sunset. And we just receive a phone call. The manager says, Akiyama-san, thank goodness. Some seriously shady customers just showed up. They looked like Yakuza. Akiyama asks, so? We get people like that all the time. The manager says, yes, but there's more. Apparently, they know Lily-san, and they keep asking to see her. They're starting to make a scene. Akiyama says, Lily-san, that could be a problem. The manager says, yes, sir. Normally, I'd handle this myself, but they came in a big group. Akiyama says, okay, hang tight. I'll be right over. The manager says, The manager says, sorry about all this. Please hurry. And sorry for Dawn. Akiyama says, running a hostess club can be a real pain sometimes. I better get over to Elise. Yes, we had. Man says, I hate to tell you this, but my buddies have already got you surrounded. Better hand over your wallet before you get hurt, no? Let's fuck him up, boys! Over here, my little friend. There you go. Man says, did we lose? Sorry for messing with you. Maybe this will smooth things over. Got a surprisingly light stamina next. Yay. He's already drunk most of it. Okay. In we go.
誰や
この店のオーナーの秋山というものです。総社さんは？
俺は真島組の南っちゅうもんや。
真島組？それってカムロ町ヒルズ建設に絡んでる東上会の大幹部の？
そうよ、真島組や。お、ちょっと待ったね。この曲俺のお箱や。よっしゃ行くでー。おいおいおいおいおいおいおい、ああ、お前ら声出せやって。あれあらら、何やっとんで悪い。
いや、送信ボタンを押したつもりだったんですが、押し間違っちゃったみたいで。申し訳ない、暗かったもんでつい。
暗かったからつい押し間違えた？兄ちゃん、その話ほんまやな。そうか、ならまあいいわ。
南さんでしたっけ？
あ？なんや？
南さんのご用件は何なんでしょうか？
おお、それやそれ。この店にリリって女がおるって聞いてな。なんや、えらいべっぴんさんらしいやないか。そんでちょっと指名したらなあかん思てな。
リリですか。申し訳ありませんが、彼女は本日をもって店を退店しました。
あ？なんやと？そら困るわ。
彼女に何かご用ですか？
そう、俺も親父からその女連れてこい言われただけやからな。
親父って真島さんにですか？
そういうことや。せやからリリって女の居場所教えてもらえないか。
お客様、申し訳ありませんが、キャストのプライベートを教えるわけにはいかないんですよ。そういったご用件でしたらお引き取りください。
あ？何やと？
私はね、一度自分の店で働いたキャストを理由もなく売るような真似はできないんですよ。
なんや、かっこいいこと言うとるやないか。
ええ、私は常にかっこいいオーナーでありたいんですよ。
おもろい兄ちゃんやな。じゃあけどこっちも遊びやない。ヤクザが何もせんとタダで買えるわけがないやろ。
金ですか？
んなもんちゃうわ。ちゃんとあんたの口からその兄ちゃんの居場所聞き出さんごとには変えられへんね
や。どうしてもお帰りいただけないようでしたら実力行使ということになりますね。よろしいですか？
ほう、いい度胸しとるやんけ。ほんならこっちも力ずくでも教えてもらうで。
Oh, it's on. Apparently. mean, could have been worse. That is an interesting fighting style you have, sir. I presume it's some sort of snake based on your tattoo? Quite possibly it is. Snake style. Viper style? Cobra style. Asp style? Drunken monkey. Perhaps even a bit of drunken monkey in there somewhere. Oh, got him, yes! It's interesting that immediately stuns. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Nasty.
まだや。こんなんで終わりと思ったら大間違いや。
しぶといね。さすが真島組だ。
くそ。また負けるわけにはいかんのじゃ。
やめや。
お前の歌は宴会の時だけで十分や。
親父。親父？まさかあの真島組長。
この音痴から聞いとるかもしれんが、リリっちゅう女を探しとる。ここにおるんやないのか？
彼女はもうここにはいませんよ。どこに行ったかも知りません。
そっか。遅かったっちゅうことか。
リリに一体何の用です？リリは柴田組に追われていた。まさか真島さん、あんたもそのことに関係しているんですか？
そうなんか。柴田組が。
教えてください、真島さん。リリは一体何者なんですか？なぜあんたたちに追われなきゃならないんですか？
あいつは安子ちゃんは俺が守らなあかんねや。
安子、それがリリーの本名ですか？なんであなたが守る必要があるんですか？
それが俺の償いやからや。25年前のあの日のな。
償い？
Well, part 1 is complete, and that seems like a very good point at which to call an end to the episode. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you, part 2, in the next episode.